What's up, friends? Welcome back to KimmyDTV, tips and tricks living your best life. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my nursing school orientation experience. So for those of you guys who are watching my journey, you guys so far watched my journey of, taking the T's, moving back to New York, getting accepted, doing my prereqs, and now the moment is finally here. Thank you guys so much for those of you guys who have been supportive, for those of you guys who are leaving sweet comments. I thank you so much, and I know that you guys are gonna really enjoy this journey. So for now on, I think that a lot of content in my channel is going to be revolved around documenting my nursing school journey, because of course I didn't get to document it the first time around when I was in nursing school as an LPN, for those guys who don't know. But this time, going back to school for my RN, I definitely want to document this journey so I can look back and be like, wow, I did that. Okay, alright guys, so basically this video is going to be about my orientation, my nursing school orientation, and what you guys should expect on your orientation. So I know guys how you guys feel. You guys are probably super excited for nursing school, just like I am. I have been looking for these kind of videos that you probably stumbled upon through searching too. Like, I just go on YouTube and I search nursing school orientation because I'm super duper excited. I know that there are a lot of negative connotations around nursing school and this and that and how hard it is, but I just want to remind you guys that with God's help, like, nothing is impossible. And remember to focus on yourself, focus on your own thoughts and not anyone else's own thoughts and anyone else's experiences. And know that, if you really want something, you can accomplish it. This is my second go around in nursing school, and I definitely know with God's help I will be successful, and there's no question about that. And I am that confident because, yeah, that's just me. That is my faith. So whatever spirituality, whatever faith that you have, reach out, and or if you're not really, if you don't really believe in anything or anyone, reach out to family or friends that can help you and be that support system, because I feel like having that support system is important. And just don't listen to the naysayers, don't listen to negative Nancy's, don't listen to that, because I know from experience, don't listen to negative people, because that is their experience, that is them. Only focus on people who are going to spread positivity towards you. So I've experienced both. I've experienced people who are saying, yeah, go for it, and don't worry, it'll be a breeze for you. I've experienced the other side too. But that's just a quick PSA before I start the video. I don't want to make it too long, but this is my experience with nursing school orientation. Okay guys, so when I came in, of course, my school had two choices with nursing school orientation. For the day shift, for the daytime people who are going to school during the day, is like from 10 to 12, and then for the evening classes, their orientation was from 4 to 6. Of course I was so excited, like, guys, the night before, like, I couldn't even sleep. I went there so tired because I was just thinking about nursing school orientation. Like, guys, you don't know, like, I've been waiting for this moment. I've been working so hard, I've been praying so hard, and then for the fact that this moment is coming, like, I'm like, yes, so yeah, so I came in to the nursing school orientation. Of course, I forgot my school ID, so I had to like sign in. And then when I came in, the classroom was very large. All sections of the nursing courses were there. Not the evening, but all sections in the morning courses were there. And I saw some familiar faces from when I had to take my nursing school's prereqs back in April, which was nice to see some people. And a lot of people were like, oh my god, you lost so much weight. So I was so happy because, yes, I did lose quite a bit of weight since April, since coming back from Houston. Okay, so yeah, so basically nursing school orientation, I got to meet my professor. We were greeted with a pippy, a cheerful hooray, and I feel like it was very supportive. That's what you should expect. I hope that your nurse school orientation is not just to scare you, like look to the left, look to the right. It was nothing like that at all. In my LPN nurse school orientation, it was kind of like look to the left, look to the right. Some of y'all make it, some of y'all won't make it. That's how my LPN course was, but in my RN orientation, it was more of like a listen, like we have respect for you. You guys are already LPNs, and it takes a lot of courage to go back to school for a second time around, and we know that you will be successful and we'll help you get there. And that's what I really appreciated about my nurse school orientation. They were so supportive. And also we had some educational vendors come to us and show us how to use the online resources, because we will be having a lot of online assignments and resources and stuff to study for all online. And honestly guys, like that really that kind of like took a toll on me, because call me old-fashioned, I'm just so used to having the textbook right there, like something very tactile and like something I could hold and touch, because like my teacher was like, no, you should get the online version of the textbooks, because there's like different resources and different stuff that you can use to help you along with the online textbook. Plus you don't have to carry around a big textbook. But I already kind of prepared myself mentally for it. I bought like a roller book bag. Like guys, I just went all out. And just me personally, I just like turning the page. I don't know, like that's just my generation. Like we grew up, you know, tactile, you know, so it's kind of like I know for those of you guys who are younger, maybe you guys are in high school, or you know, you just graduated high school, you're like, what are you guys talking about? Like we use e-text all the time. But I'm just so used to using tactile books, having to buy the online version of the textbook instead, which, you know, is not too bad of a thing. I mean, if my professor says that, if my professor is gonna give homeworks based off of the online resources from that textbook, then why? You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, Kimberly, breathe. Like I just have to tell myself that, like, it's okay, it's just a textbook, it's just like that. Like, you know, it just made me, even though it's such a minuscule thing, it just made me realize like that is just growing pains. Like that is just like as an LPN, if you're going back to school for an RN, like even something small like that, like you have to realize, like you have to just suspend your own judgments, suspend your own beliefs, suspend your own way of doing things. Like, yeah, I've been a nurse for a long time, and probably some of the other nurses were there for a long time, or maybe they just graduated being a nurse. But I feel like sometimes the difference between an LPN going back to school, and from the research I did online too and on YouTube, and then an RN, like somebody who's fresh, who's never been a nurse going back to school, sometimes us as nurses who decide to go back to school, we can have like a big head on us. We could be like, oh well, we have all this experience, can nobody tell us nothing? But I implore you to suspend those kind of thoughts and just go with the flow. And that's what I decided to do. Like even something small like that, like it was kind of like, I don't know, it was just kind of like, made me feel like, what, we're gonna use online stuff? I want worksheets and paper and stuff. You can have both, but it's like that absolutely makes no sense. I mean, like I don't have money to be thrown in the garbage. I could put that money towards my tuition or whatever. Okay. So yeah, that same day I made a huge deposit for my tuition. And okay, so, and then also basically we went over clinical sites. So for my clinical sites, I think my first 2 weeks of clinical is going to be in the classroom, and then after that they're going to place us in clinical spaces where we live. My teacher said we can request for clinical sites, but you know, it's not like really guaranteed that we would get that specific clinical site that we need. So that's something to keep in mind. Like so that's something to keep in mind with clinical. Sometimes you have to travel far, and I bet you a lot of nursing students know that sometimes you have to travel far. Hopefully not, but yeah, so I'm gonna make sure I try to be one of the first people to request a clinical site. If they do it like that, I'm not too sure. I guess next week when I find out, like the first day, like they'll give us more information. But either way, I don't really care. I'm just so super duper excited. And plus I live in New York City, so like I take the public transportation anywhere. So if the clinical site is far, you know, I make my transportation my study time. Like I can zone everybody out, because a lot of times, like my school is very far from my house anyway, so you know, that's not a big deal at all. I think it's really important for everybody to also like pay attention during their school orientation, because they also had discount codes that we can put in for different books that we have to buy. So make sure you listen during their school orientation. And they even talked about after we graduate the NCLEX, like stuff that they're gonna do with us to prepare us. So that was kind of like reassuring, because they're like, look, like we want you to pass NCLEX. Like it's not just a school that you just go to school just to pass the test. Like no, we want you to pass NCLEX. And I appreciate that, because it's like you could go through school and graduate, but like if you don't pass that NCLEX, that board, like it's like what's the point of you going through it? So I appreciate that I don't feel like I have to fend for myself in that way. Yeah, so basically nursing school orientation is just basically about your faculty members, everybody introducing themselves, telling you about the resources that they have available to you, like library hours, textbooks, and everything like that, just to show you how to navigate through the websites and to tell you how to stay alert. Also, one thing my professor also mentioned is like make sure that you turn on your notifications on Blackboard, or whatever school you got. At the end of the day, you're responsible for assignments that are posted on Blackboard. So whatever assignments or whatever mode of communication your teacher uses to communicate with you, or your president of the school or the principal or whatever, make sure that you know it. On top of setting my notifications, I'm personally just going to be checking it every single day, because I'm just that type A person. But that's important to know. Like you have to know how to navigate your mode of communication. If you don't know, reach out early. That's another thing my professor mentioned. Like if there's something that you don't understand, make sure you reach out to your teachers. Make sure that you know when are their office hours, or when are their hours to meet with students. And so if you don't understand a concept, that you could ask questions, and yeah, just take many questions and questions and questions, because we all know in nursing school you have to understand a concept, and you have to understand how to answer the question, read the question, know what it's asking you. And yeah, so yeah guys, that's my nursing school orientation. How am I feeling? I'm feeling super duper excited, guys. Like I'm super duper excited. Like I was telling this girl that I met, but we met back in April. I was like, yo, if nursing school was to start tomorrow, I would be happy. And she was like, girl, you crazy? Like I'm like, yeah, like because I'm that excited, guys. Like I'm not gonna lie. And that's what I'm saying, I'm recording every single emotion that I feel. And right now, as of now, I'm super duper excited. Like I'm just ready to start. I'm tired of the suspense. You hear so many things about the program, and then when it finally starts, you're like, yes, 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 I finally get to know. Like I finally get to experience it for myself, instead of having other people tell me, you know. And then they told us the amount of tests we have, and the finals that we have, and clinic and stuff like that, and the stuff we have to pass. Like yeah, like hearing all those things, like the amount of tests we have to do and do well on, the homeworks and the percentages, like I could already tell, like this is a program, like they don't play. I can already tell. But you know what, with God's grace, like I know that I will be successful, like period. You know, like I said, whoever you guys believe in, whatever your support system is, reach out, because you're going to need it. Because you don't want to listen to anybody who's giving you negative thoughts in your head or trying to discourage you. You don't want to listen to that. You want to be positive. You want to keep a positive mindset. And that's what I'm choosing to do. So guys, I know a few of you guys are either starting your LPN to RN program. Maybe you guys are in the middle of it. Maybe you guys are just graduating. So if you guys have any advice, don't forget to leave it down below. Any specific advice, like answering NCLEX style questions or study tips, whatever you guys can give, like know that I'm open to it. I'm open to constructive criticism as well. But right now, I'm just in energy where I'm excited. I'm grateful. I thank God that I have the opportunity to even enter into the program, the fact that I'm even accepted, the fact that I'm here. Like for those guys who have been watching me for a while, wow, like I just thank God for giving me this opportunity, and I'm gonna seize the moment, and thank God. So yeah guys, so that's what I wanted to tell you guys. That's my orientation experience, and I'll see you later.